Let me ask you something straight up. Have you ever been talking to a woman, laughing, vibing, maybe sitting in your car after a long night, and she says something simple like, I don't usually do this, and everything in your gut suddenly changes? Not just butterflies, not just excitement. I'm talking instinct, like your body knows something your brain's still catching up to. You didn't imagine it, you weren't overthinking, because when a woman wants you in that way, she rarely says it directly, but she always says something. And that something, that phrase, that moment, it's what we're going to decode today. This isn't about tricks. It's not manipulation. This is about emotional fluency, understanding women, not through cliches, but through nuance, timing, and body language. So let's start with the first phrase that often reveals everything. One, I've never felt this comfortable with someone so fast. Boom. That's not just a compliment, that's a signal. See, when a woman says this, what she's really doing is giving you emotional consent. She's letting her guard down, saying, my nervous system trusts you. My body feels safe here. Let's break this down. Women don't just chase excitement, they chase safety with excitement. So if she's laughing with you, leaning in, and then drops that line, I don't know why, but I feel so comfortable around you. What she's really saying is, I'm open. I'll give you a real-world example. A friend of mine, we'll call him Marcus, was on a second date. No physical stuff yet. They talked about music, childhood, trauma. Yes, that early. Somewhere between the third glass of wine and a quiet pause, she said, this is weird. I usually take forever to open up, but with you, I feel like I can just be real. That wasn't about conversation. That was chemistry mixed with emotional safety. And later that night, yeah, it happened. Now, here's the Stoic twist. Don't expect that moment. Don't chase it. Just recognize it when it shows up. Respect it. Women don't want a man who reacts like a teenager when she opens up. She wants a man who stays grounded, who doesn't rush, but leads with presence. Comfort is the gate. And when she says she's never felt this with anyone before, she's giving you the key. 2. What would you do if I kissed you right now? Now, this one's electric. It's cheeky. It's direct, but disguised as a question. It's a dare wrapped in softness, and it's one of the biggest green lights a woman can give, without explicitly saying, take me. Now, this line is often used when the tension's already thick, when the conversation is dripping with unspoken curiosity and flirtation. You've locked eyes. The silence between you isn't awkward. It's charged. She's looking at your lips more than your eyes. And then boom, she says it. What would you do if I kissed you right now? She's not looking for an essay. She's checking your energy, seeing if you feel what she feels. It's less about the answer, more about the vibe. Now, here's the catch. Don't answer with logic. Don't go, I'd probably kiss you back. Wrong. You got to feel it. Match her playfulness, but stay grounded. Think of something like, I'd let you, but only if you meant it. See that? It's flirty, but it also holds a boundary because you're not desperate. You're reading the moment. You're being a man about it. This phrase, when used, is a test and an invitation. She wants to see how comfortable you are with tension. She wants to know if you'll lean in without fumbling. Remember, women don't always want you to act fast. They want you to act right. You feel the moment. Lean in, but don't collapse. 3. I probably shouldn't be saying this, but the famous soft launch to something dangerous. When a woman says this, she's about to open a door and she wants to see if you're emotionally mature enough to walk through it. It could lead to vulnerability, a secret, a fantasy, or even an admission of desire. Here's the psychology. The phrase, I probably shouldn't be saying this, is a disclaimer, a way of giving herself permission to share something bold without owning the full weight of it right away. It's a test of your reaction. If you flinch, if you judge, the moment dies. But if you stay grounded, curious, present, you've passed. Let me give you an example. One woman I once dated said it after we'd been on 3 dates. We were sitting on the hood of my car, looking at stars like a damn Netflix drama, and she goes, I probably shouldn't be saying this, but I've imagined what it would be like to spend the night with you. My heart raced, but I didn't jump. I didn't turn into a kid who just got permission to eat cake for dinner. I looked at her and said, "You're safe to say whatever you feel, no pressure here." That moment led to one of the most meaningful nights we ever had because she felt heard, because I didn't react, because I let her stay in control of her desire without feeling judged or rushed. Here's your Stoic rule for this one. When she opens the door with vulnerability, don't sprint through it. Walk, hold space, let her choose. Because when a woman says, "I probably shouldn't be saying this," she's not looking for a boy who's excited. She's watching for a man who can handle her truth. 4. What are we even doing right now? This phrase might sound confusing at first, even a little confrontational, but trust me, it's often a smoke OKC screen for desire. Let's set the scene. You're sitting on her couch. The movie's been over for 30 minutes, but neither of you have moved. The air is thick. She's closer now. Her leg brushes yours, but she doesn't pull away. And then, out of nowhere, she throws this line. What are we even doing right now? It sounds casual, but underneath there's a storm of emotion. See, women use this line when they want to break the tension without being too vulnerable. It's like she's handing you a riddle, but you already know the answer. She's not asking for a definition of your situationship. She's testing your awareness. She wants to know. Do you feel this moment the way she does? Are you just here to chill, or do you see her? Do you have the backbone to lead this moment where it wants to go? Most men mess this up by deflecting. They crack a joke, change the subject, freeze like a deer in headlights. Wrong move. This is a green light wrapped in curiosity. She's emotionally peeking through the curtain, wondering if you'll look her in the eyes and say exactly what we're both thinking. But I'll only go where you're ready to go. That line, it tells her everything. You're present, you're perceptive, and more importantly, you're not afraid of intimacy. The Stoic angle here is simple. When she gets emotional or uncertain, you stay anchored. Don't try to fix the moment. Feel it. Read it. Trust your intuition. Because when a woman says, "What are we even doing right now?" she might be asking with her lips, but she's speaking from her body. Read between the words. Lead from the heart, but with a spine. 5. Do you want to stay over, but not how you think? Now, this one's classic. You've heard it in movies, maybe even in real life. But what makes it powerful isn't the question itself, it's the context. Because women don't just say this when they want you to literally crash at their place. That's the surface level. When a woman asks, "Do you want to stay over?" After midnight, after laughter, after long silences and low voices, what she's actually doing is testing the energy. She wants to see, do you feel her invitation? Are you going to honor the moment or ruin it? Can you show restraint or will you just jump? Let me share something vulnerable here. Years ago, I was on a third date with someone I really liked. We were on her balcony. Candles were lit. It was 2 a.m. We'd been talking about loss, childhood, fears, the deep stuff. She leaned in and whispered, "You can stay if you want. I have an extra shirt you can sleep in." I was tempted, but I didn't move too fast. I looked at her and said, "Only if it feels right for both of us." That night, we talked more, held each other. Nothing happened. But the next time I saw her, everything changed because I didn't try to take anything from her. I gave her the power to decide. That's what most men miss. They think the question means, "Let's go." But what she's really asking is, "Can I trust you with this moment?" The Stoic move. Always choose discipline over desperation. Yes, she may want you, but how you handle her, yes, tells her everything about the kind of man you are. And the men who respect the moment, they get invited again and again because trust is the ultimate turn on. So here's the truth most men never learn. A woman rarely says, "I want to sleep with you," but she always speaks it through tone, subtext, eye contact, nervous laughter, and soft invitations. You just have to listen differently. She won't use direct language. She's too wise for that, too layered. Instead, she'll say things like, "I don't usually do this. I feel safe with you. What are we doing right now? Stay if you want." They seem small, but they're everything. This isn't about seduction. It's about awareness. Because if you can read her when she doesn't say it, if you can stay grounded when the tension rises, if you can stay respectful while still being honest, she'll trust you in ways most men never experience. And that, my friend, is what separates boys from high-value men. So before you go, if this helped you see women differently, if it made something click inside you, tap that like button. Subscribe if you want more brutally honest, emotionally intelligent takes on dating, psychology, and stoicism. And leave a comment telling me what's the one phrase you've heard from a woman that you now realize meant more than you thought. I read everyone. Stay grounded, stay alert, and remember, real power is quiet. Until next time.